Ladies and gentlemen, we will start in about 1 minute. If you are in the waiting room already, please let us know where you are tuning in from. So say hello in the chat and let us know which part of the country you are connecting from this morning. We're going to start in just about a minute or so. I'm seeing Limpopo in the house. I'm seeing Cape Town in the house. I'm seeing Northwest Rustenburg in the house. So excited. We're going to get started shortly. Come on, if you are in the room, please let us know where you are connecting from. Say hello in the chat. That's how we know that everything is working. You can obviously, most of you can see me. I can't see all of you. So type in the chat and let me know where you are connecting from. And we're going to kick off in just about a minute. We just leave the people to the way into the webinar room. And then we are about to get started. It looks like we are just about ready to begin. Let me see if we are all here. Portia, my co-host, are you in the room?
I am in the room.
How excited are you feeling about this morning's session?
Can you see me?
I can see you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Oh, we can see you both, yeah.
10 o'clock on the dot, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the L+EARN BIZ program. Today is our induction day, and this program is brought to you by the Assisa Foundation. I am feeling absolutely amazing. My name is Darren August. I have the absolute pleasure and privilege of being your host on this series of webinars. We're going to talk about it in a couple of minutes, exactly how it's all going to work. But just know I'm never alone. I have my esteemed, learned colleague with me, always looking beautiful. Portia, do you want to say hello to everybody?
Morning to everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I remember last year, this time we were doing our first webinar, all excited and anxious. But this year I'm excited that last year was a success and we are here again. Thank you so much again. To see you, Darren, and I can't wait to meet the participants.
Thank you so much, Portia.
Yeah.
Guys, just so you know, Portia and I do not do this alone. We have an entire team in the background, monitoring the chat, making sure everything's working, and Portia will introduce the team later. But I think before we even get started, Portia, maybe let's do some shout outs. Tell me what you're seeing in the chat, where you're seeing some people tuning in from. I've seen Valcom in Mpumalanga. I've seen Mpumalanga in the house. I've seen Limpopo being represented. What else are we seeing?
Oh, I see Richards Bay. I think
Richards
it's Nambezi Niki Wezele from Richards Bay. Very exciting, wow. And then I see, I don't know if it's Quiet Rangwe from Middleburg, Mpumalanga. Hi guys, so far. And
I'm seeing Eastern Cape. I'm seeing Eastern Cape. King Williamstown in the Eastern Cape is in the house. I'm seeing Northwest Rustenburg, Greenstone, Gauteng is in the house. Absolutely amazing. Guys, I don't know if you can see, but Portia and I are so excited. And so without further delay, we're going to kick off today's induction session. But again, I just want to absolutely welcome you to this induction session. Over to you, Portia.
Yeah, so let's talk about how our session is going to look like. It's a very short one. I know you see a lot of tables there. You think, oh, we're going to be here the whole day. No. This is a very short session. It's just an induction session just to let you know of what's going to be happening in the next few months. So we're going to start with Assisa Foundation, our program, just to find out more about the program. And we'll meet Mr. Ivom Simang there. And then we'll have introductions to our facilitators, coaches, and team. And then we'll move to looking at videos of what happened last year, just some testimonials of our businesses that were in the program last year. And then we'll go to Mr. Owen Mozambi, who will just give us a program overview of what the program looks like, what's going to be happening. You know, you guys are going to be here. Rather stay here for the next few months, but he'll just give you just a glimpse of what's going to be happening. And then we'll look at our program schedule, how it looks like from webinar 1 to webinar 9. And then we are going to webinars and technology requirements, just to let you know on how to use Zoom and what is required of you to participate in the webinars. And then we'll go through the coaching methodology and the incentives, and then we'll move to the rules of engagement and commitment and the poll. And then we'll go to monitoring and evaluation. Every program needs to be monitored and evaluated so that we can improve and be better. And then we'll move to another video, and then we'll go to a Q&A, and then we'll just let you know of what's going to happen in the next coming webinars. Thank you, Darren.
So guys, one of the things that I want to highlight is the fact if you are on this webinar right now and if you are in the webinar room, you are really, really special. The selection criteria for this program has been quite intense. So to get to the point where you are one of the selected few who get to go through this program is an absolute privilege. And so I want to really encourage you to maximize the value that you're getting from this program. All right, and so Portia and I are 100% committed to showing up and giving you our best for the time that we have together on these webinars. The coaches are committed to giving you their best, but now it's up to you to grab this opportunity and literally allow it to change not just your personal life, but even the life of your business. There's some beautiful reviews up on the screen, if you can see them, about people that have gone through this program before. And I mean, in a couple of minutes, we're going to watch some of the videos of just some people that literally came into this program feeling just like you, feeling a little bit overwhelmed, not knowing what they're in for, and walked out of this program completely transformed. And so again, just a big thank you to the ASISA Foundation for allowing this program to be put out there for entrepreneurs to be able to build their business.
Yeah. Great. I think, Darren, let's kick off. Let's kick off our induction. And I think everyone is curious, hey? How did we get here? You know, and who made this possible? I mean, this is an amazing opportunity. And I think for us to know how we got here, I would like to welcome our project manager at ASISA Foundation, Ivo Msimang. Ivo.
Thank you so much, Portia, and thank you everyone who was in the room. A big congratulations to the participants that are selected today. The project team has had to go through a number of, I think, hundreds of participants to get to the number that we have in the room. So a huge congratulations, and also to the team in terms of putting this program and to be where we are today. My name is Ivo Msimang, and I'm from ASISA Foundation. I just wanted to give you a little background in terms of who is ASISA Foundation and how did we come about to bring this program to you. So ASISA stands for the Association of Saving and Investment, and it's an industry body that is made out of players in the financial sector, such as from the long-term insurance, your Discoveries, your Old Mutual, Momentum, names that we know. Also in the asset management space, your Coronations, your Ellen Greys and so forth. So they all come together under ASISA, and we represent them in terms of as a voice from a sector point of view. ASISA then in 2012 came up with what is known as Foster the Future, which is basically an initiative that aims to respond to some of the issues that the industry aims to advocate for. And ASISA Foundation then came up as part of Foster the Future, which is basically an entity that implements financial education programs that are targeted at certain audiences around the country. So L+EARN then came from that as one of the focus areas that the foundation wanted to focus on, which is a program really that's targeted at young adults around the country. And in 2022, we then had #BIZ as one of the pilots where we're piloting this program to young entrepreneurs around the country, and we took great learnings from it. And coming out of it, then we came up with this wonderful offering for 2023 that we are all happy that you are part of. And this offering that we are bringing to you is happening, you know, with the collaboration of a lot of other players who are part of this call. So we have, for example, the Driven team that is headed by Owen, and he will then come in later on. We've also got our M&E team, which is headed by Halid, and there's also Barbara. And both teams will be interacting with you or along the journey. The Driven team will be in the forefront in terms of your learning journey, engaging with you either, you know, through content that will be shared, or it will be through the one-on-ones that they'll have with you. But equally so, you know, the Greenhouse team will be in the background also interacting with you to try and understand and learn as much as possible in terms of your experiences and how you're able to apply what you're learning along the journey. So a huge thank you to everyone on the call, and this has been a lot of work in the making. So I'm really glad, and I'll hand over to Darren. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivor. And again, please pass our thanks on to everyone at the Asisa Foundation. I think so many people don't realize just what it takes to bring a program like this to life. And so we absolutely appreciate all of the work being done by the foundation team.
Thank you.
Portia, over to you.
Thank you, Ivor. So I'm just going to introduce our team. Obviously, to make our program a success, we have a team that will be working with you in the next few months. And that includes me, Portia Mhlongo, and then our host, Darren August. And then we've got our social media manager, Chantel Murifi. And then we've got our project manager, Iviwe Hwai. That's the lady you'll be working with right through the program. If you want any communication, you communicate with her. We'll give you her details later. And then I've got my fellow business coaches, Brennan Williams and Patricia Dolan. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait for us to just work with the SMMEs. And also, this is not just the team, guys. We've got people working in the background, our analysts. We've got our technical team who makes sure that our webinars are running smoothly. So happy to see you guys from last year. We are here again. Let's do this. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you, Portia. Let's take a look at just one of the videos of a participant who was in the program last year for you to get a sense of the transformation that has taken place.
I've always had a passion for food. I decided, why not try the restaurant, cook something with all the product and see how it turns out. Initially, when I started my business, was for a second income. I wanted to have multiple income, but I eventually decided, let me put everything into this business and see how it goes. The aim initially was to go to Braamfontein, but after some thorough consideration and some market research, I realized it's best if I keep it to the township, because the product I have, it's authentic and it boosts the township economy, the chubby burger. It's very unique, it's very authentic, and it's one of the reasons I've had people coming as far as Nigeria. The best part about the community is that given that they regard me as one of their own. So everything that I do, they try to come to the party. They support my business, and I have had the privilege of being able to succeed for the past 3 years. So that's a good indication that the community has welcomed me very well. The main reason I joined the #BIZ was to learn. The intention was to learn as much as possible, because learning helps you grow as an individual. The impact the program has had on my life and the business so far is that I'm now more focused in growing the business. At first, I was focused on the product, but I've come to realize that having a structured business layout can help your business grow. And personally, it has helped me to be able to set my goals and to have clear visions of what I want in the future. I've come to realize that the focus now is what can the township offer, and people want to try the township, and which is one of the reasons I think my business in terms of the location is well placed. For me personally, it's getting what you want, having what you want, and living how you want to live.
Wherever you are, maybe you can give some snaps or some claps for Kwabane there. It's so amazing to see that video, because literally last year during the program, we would often hear him talk about the chubby bunny or the chubby burger, and to now see it in a video and to see how his business has grown is absolutely amazing and so exciting. And we're looking forward to seeing those kind of stories coming through from some of you in the time to come. And so without further delay, it's my privilege now to welcome the CEO of Driven Advisory. His name is Owen Muzambi, to come and give us a program overview. Over to you, Owen.
Thank you so much, Darren, and thank you so much for everybody who's just in the room. And it's been quite a long process of selecting from hundreds and hundreds of applications, but we landed on you guys that have been selected. And I think what I want to communicate before we even start is that we do not take your business ideas for granted. We know that for most of you, these business ideas are your dreams, or the dreams of your family and the dreams of everybody who's looking up to you. So we do not take any idea that is selected and submitted to us for granted. But what we really want to do is to help you realize this dream so that it becomes better. So in the next coming few months, the program is going to be structured in 4 different parts. The first is what you're experiencing now, the different webinars that we have. So hosted by Darren and Portia, you're going to be in webinars that happen tri-weekly, but the schedule is going to be communicated to you. But in addition to just the webinars, you're also going to have direct and individual business coaching. So we have selected industry specialists that have run business for so many years and they've gained so many insights. You really do not have to go through the journey of failure to learn how to fail. There are some people that have walked the road before you who can just show you insights and be able to help you going forward. The next part of the program would include social media and digital auxiliary channels. So these are your WhatsApp channels, these are your Facebook groups, and these are the different ways Chantal, the community manager, is going to communicate with you. All of this orchestration or curated journey is just to help you get your driven to become better. The next part will be then the assessment, like what Portia said right at the beginning. We need to know if this program is going to be effective. So you'll get the M&E team that are going to reach out to you and definitely send some assessments, question you, but it's not to judge you, but it's just to understand how is this program really affecting or impacting your program. I said in the beginning, these dreams you have or the businesses you have are your dreams. But the financial literacy that we're going to teach you now is going to be the road to make your dreams become a reality. Because without financial literacy, your dream just remain a dream. What we want is for this dream to become a reality. Thank you very much, Darren and Portia. I'll go back to you.
Thank you, Owen. Now, when Owen said these webinars are going to happen tri-weekly, I saw Lebone type in the chat, 3 times a week. No, Lebone, it's approximately every 3 weeks. That's tri-weekly. We know Owen's English is higher grade, so don't stress. You're not going to be required to be here 3 times a week. It's going to be approximately every 3 weeks. But I think just to break it down more, Portia, maybe you can take us through the webinars and how those will be structured.
I just wanted to say to the participants, they mustn't worry, because we know they're running their businesses. So there's no way we're going to take them away from making money. So what tri-weekly is, it's every 2nd week or every 3rd week. So depending on the weekends and the dates. But let's look at how our webinar is going to look like. So today we are on webinar 1. It's the 30th of June. This is just your onboarding, just to give you an idea of what's going to happen in the future. Then we've got webinar 2. The topic is the entrepreneur in me. So we'll be dealing with you, the person, us, you, me, It's going to be 14th of July. And then we've got webinar 3 that talks through my personal goals and budget. And that goes with mental health and finance. We know that as business people, we go through a lot, and we've got stress. So we are going to talk about that, how to manage that, and where you can get assistance. And then we've got webinar 4 that's going to talk to my favorite, BMC, the business model canvas and my biz goals. You cannot achieve anything if you don't plan. You need to have a goal, and you can't have 10 goals at a time. We work at 3 goals at a time. We achieve them, we finish, we move to other goals. So we're going to talk about that, and that would be on the 18th of August. So we are going to send you this list so that you have it and you can plan accordingly. And then we're going to move to webinar 5, My Biz Marketing. It happens on the 8th of September. So please, no business can work without marketing. How are you going to sell your product to who? Where are these people? So we're going to be talking about that. Webinar 6, My Biz Financials. That would be a part 1 where we're going to deal with costing and pricing. And that's going to happen on the 29th of September. This is so important. You are not going to make a profit if you can't cost or factor some of the costs of your raw materials, your rental and all that when you are pricing. And then we go to webinar 7, that's My Business Financials, part 2, record keeping and reporting. Are you tracking as the money is coming in, going out? Are you tracking that? How much are you making? Do you even know? If you have selling 3 products, how do you know where you're making the money? So we are going to talk about that. And then we're going to move to webinar 8, My Biz Compliance. Oh, I can't get funding. I don't know what's happening. Things are not working well for me. It's because you are not compliant. All right. So we need to deal with that. I can't get tenders. Yeah, you don't have a tax clearance. We're going to talk about things like that. That's going to happen on the 10th of November. And then we're going to move to webinar 9. Those are business presentations. That will be your graduation and closeout. Business presentations means, okay, during the course of your webinar 3s and webinar 4s, we are going to talk about pitching. Teach you how to pitch. So that's the business presentations. What is your value proposition? What are your customers? How do you reach your customers? All right. So we're going to talk about that, but we're going to also help you on how to plan your business presentation and how to pitch. And fortunately, it's the 17th of November, except that it's my sister's birthday. It's a very important week. From the 13th to the 19th, we have our Global Entrepreneurship Week. So we will be celebrating you with a graduation, but actually in the whole world, all entrepreneurs are celebrated this week. So I feel like we are so aligned. I don't know how we got to get it right, but we are aligned. So we will be celebrating with the whole world and celebrating the L+EARN graduates. Thank you, Darren. You can move on.
Beautiful. So guys, just to give you an idea of how the sessions will work. Now, because of the amount of people that are in the program, we really want the program to be engaging. We want it to be interactive. We want to be able to give you the time to ask your questions and get answers. And so the program will run in 2 cohorts, all right? And so the schedules will be distributed, but we will most likely have 2 sessions every time there is a session scheduled. So we will have one from 10 to 12, and then we'll have another session from 1 to 3, all right? And it's going to be on a first come, first serve basis. So you do need to indicate your preferred time when you submit your commitment form. And we'll talk about your commitment form a little bit later on. But just so you know, there will be those 2 sessions that will happen on each of the dates that are scheduled that we've just gone through a moment ago. Let's talk about Zoom, because this is the platform that we are going to use primarily, especially for the webinars. All right. And so very important, if you're not familiar with Zoom, I would really recommend get yourself familiar with it. I can see a couple of people are having some issues this morning in the chat that they can't hear. You need to know, be able, when you join with sound. Okay. So go to www.zoom.us, download the app onto your device that you'll be using, whether it's going to be your laptop or whether it's going to be your phone. Make sure you've downloaded the app so that you can join via the Zoom application. All right. Make sure that your internet connection is stable. Very important. Try and always get into a place where you've got stable internet connection so that you can hear clearly, so that if you are responding, we can hear you clearly as well. Please be on time. There's nothing worse than showing up late and then you have issues and you can't connect. So try and always be on time. In fact, try and join 2 or 3 minutes before the scheduled time, just to give yourself time to be comfortable. Always please stay muted. So let's just make sure all our microphones are on mute when we join, so that it's only the presenters that have their mics on. It just helps with the disruption, and we're able to really, really give everybody a great experience. And then when we do ask you to say something, please unmute yourself so that we can hear you. And then make sure that you either have a correct environment, background. Try to not be in your car unless you're there, because that's the place where your connectivity is the best. But try and get a dedicated spot where you know you are delegating and you are giving time and attention to this program, so that you can really, really maximize the value that you will be receiving. So if you would just do that. Then just a couple of other important things to note is this program does not only happen on Zoom, we actually extend the experience beyond these webinars. And so there will be a WhatsApp group. You will receive a link. Please join the WhatsApp group. That's where a lot of the information will be shared. Things like the coaching schedules and the webinar schedules will be communicated there. Then we do have a private Facebook group called L+EARN BIZ 2023. Again, make sure you join the Facebook group. That's where you get to interact. There's going to be competitions that are going to happen there. There's going to be some information that's going to be shared there. And so you want to be part of that community. Of course, if you have any questions regarding the program, please reach out to Iviwe. Her email address is on the screen. It's iviwe@drivenentrepreneurs.co.za. Any questions, any issues related to the program, Iviwe is your go-to person. And then, of course, remember to attend all of the webinars on the pre-planned dates.
Thank you, Darren. Yeah. Please, guys, let's join that WhatsApp group, because we are going to communicate everything through the WhatsApp group. I think it's the easiest channel. We will have other channels, but I think for even the coaches and us facilitators, it's easy to communicate with you, even to set up appointments for our coaching sessions. So I'm going to talk to our coaching methodology. So this is nice, guys. I wish when I started my business at the age of 22, I had a coach, because I messed up big time, Darren. And I think I still messed up in my 30s too, you know. So I wish I had like a coach. I mean, business failed, but I feel like I could have done better if I had a mentor or a coach. So I'm just going to talk to the coaching methodology for L+EARN BIZ. So our sessions will be one-on-one. It's 1 hour a session. 1 hour is a long time. It's a long time. You can say a lot, and usually you are the one telling the coach what's happening in your business, and then the coach will just hold your hand and just guide you on how to fix or solve problems that you've got. And then the only thing, if you wanna obviously get this coaching, you're gonna have to attend the webinars. Please attend as much. I think all the webinars, I will say attend all the webinars, because every webinar is important for your business. So attend your webinars and submit all assessments and homework that you'll receive. Then you'll get your free coaching support. If you're not attending, you attend 2 webinars out of the 8 webinars we've got, then actually 9, then you are not going to qualify. So at least you need to attend 6 out of 8 of the webinars, the content webinars. So you will be allocated a coach that will assist you with your business, and then each participant, each of you will have access to 4 individual coaching sessions. That's a lot of coaching sessions. Coaches, if you go and search for a coach is very expensive if you had to get your own coach. So take this opportunity. All right, and you'll be supported by an independent. Also, we'll have videos that we are going to send to you. So let me say we've got a topic that we've just gone through, like my marketing. After we've done my marketing, you still want more information, you can go to our Facebook. You'll find some videos that we are going to shoot on for you, just for you, so that you can just remember what we learned in the past. And then you will be expected to share your business information and financials with the coach to assure quality interventions and business support. So if I'm a coach and I want to assist you with your finances, you say, I don't see where my money is going, I'm not making a profit. I can't help you if I don't know, I don't have the books. So you need to send me those bank statements, so I can see what is happening. If you are using a book to track, can you take pictures of that book so that we can see where are the expenses? Maybe you're missing something. So the only way we can help you better and with the right interventions is if we know what's really happening in your business. And then coaching will be focused on a couple of things. Goal setting. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to see this business going? It could be 1 year, 2 years, it could be 5 years to 10 years. We want to know where this business is going. The business model canvas, those are the 9 components of a business. So we'll deal with that. But you also have to develop your own BMC. All right, so we're going to get there. And then financial management. That's the most important. And I know everyone is scared of this part. Please attend this one. It's very important. Actually, all of them are important, but all of us are struggling with finances. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, we're fine with that. Just make sure you attend all your webinars, then you'll qualify for our coaching sessions. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Portia. All right, guys. Now, Asisa Foundation and the Driven team have gone above and beyond to make sure that you get so much value out of this program. And so there are some incentives that accompany the program. The first one is you will receive 2 gigs of data for the webinar. So we will actually give you data to attend the webinar. These will be delivered to your cell phone number or to your primary number on the day of the webinar, about 2 hours before. All right, so you can expect to receive 2 gigs of data so that you've got data to watch the webinar. Then you will receive a gig of data for your coaching session, and that will be communicated with your coaches, as well as Iberia will send you details of that. You will also accumulate points through the BIZ Bucks system. Now, Portia will explain the BIZ Bucks system a little bit later on. But you have to fully participate in the webinars and in the syndicates and supporting your busy buddies, and that's how you're going to be earning busy bucks, all right? Then you will be allocated a 300 Rand voucher for every 4 weeks that you've attended, all right? For every 4 weeks that you've attended webinars. Now, the top 15 participants listen up, because you want to make sure that you are one of the top 15 by when we get to the end. Top 15 participants will receive a business support voucher depending on the business they run, and it might include services like either website development or branding or business registration or compliance. There's a whole range of services, and you will receive a business support voucher that you can really use to invest into your business. Okay, that's for the top 15 participants. So to qualify for graduation and your certificate, you need to complete all of the following. So do all of your assessments, all your evaluation forms, the homework, attend your coaching sessions, and you have to complete 6 out of the 8 modules, all right, or webinars, and you also need to attend 3 out of your 4 coaching sessions. But again, I would advise you to attend all of them if you can. I'm not sure what's happening on the screen. There seems to be somebody else's screen that's connected that is drawing pictures on the screen, but let's just continue.
There's a baby who has joined us. How they playing? Okay, so now we're gonna talk about how the BIZ bucks work. So can I tell you, I can see there's 80 participants. We already know who these participants are. They attended the session, present. We're already ticking. So the BIZ bucks system is already working. So because it's a point system, so it will be accumulative. So we already, I can't see the slides.
I'm just putting it back on. I just want to see if it'll take down that. Go for it.
Yeah, so you guys just be aware that, you must just be aware that we are actually having a register as we speak right now. There's somebody, remember I said we've got a team on the background, so we are already writing who's present and who's not. So this is how the point system works. This will be a point system that works as a reward for each participant. So we know who's here. We already have your names, your phone numbers, your email addresses, because you applied. Okay, this L+EARN bucks will be accumulated from the beginning of the program, from webinar 1 to the final webinar, and awarded at the graduation phase. So usually there'll be that one person who's done everything. So that one person could be the 15 that we are talking about. So I definitely would want to be the part of the 15, Darren.
Absolutely.
Yes, an award will be in a form of a voucher. There will be a voucher. L+EARN bucks are awarded for the following areas. So for each webinar, we're looking at your attendance. That's 15 rands. We're looking at participation and commitment. That's for each webinar. 15 rands. Personal finance management and improvement. That will definitely, obviously, be gathered through the coaching. Because we can see you started here making 2,000, now you're making 4,000 rand. We want to see that improvement. And even just how you manage your business. Are you tracking? Even if you're not making a profit, are you tracking money coming in, money going out? And then there's business finance management and improvement. Also, how are you managing your business? Do you have policies in place? Are you talking to your clients? Are you giving feedback to your customers? And then there's also completion of assessments. So there is work that I'm going to be giving you. Like it could be homework, it could be an assessment, say fill this, can you fill in a budget sheet? Let's see how your budget looks like. Can you even do it, but also submitting it. Even if it's wrong, I'm happy that you tried, and then we can work on it during the coaching session. So please, when we give you assessments, you do them. When you give you classwork, do them. Also, the assessments we're talking about, Darren is just going to go in even more just to explain about the monitoring and evaluation. So when there's a company that we work with, if they say fill in something or they ask you questions, please participate, because that you're going to get a point for. All right, Darren, we can move on.
Thank you so much. Now, guys, the reason why this program exists is really it's to empower you, all right? And so these are some of the things that we're looking for you to be able to walk out of this program with by the time we get to November. And so we want you to be able to completely understand the business model canvas and to have your business model canvas ready, done, dusted, so that you know all of those 9 elements and you're able to explain them concerning your business. Then we want to be able to see you starting to use the financial tools that you taught in this program, things like your cash flow management, your sales, or your budget sheet, your income statements. We want to make sure that you understand those and that you start using that. Then financial literacy skills, we want to be able to see an improved level of skill in your personal budgeting, your savings and investments, and even your credit management. And then, of course, we want to start seeing an increase in your business management skills as well. Things like how you market your business, your financial recording, which is so important. And then, of course, things like planning and setting goals for your business. And so really, at the end of this, we want you to be more funding ready. Okay, we want to be able to we want you to have the confidence to say, I feel like I'm ready to apply for funding. I know that I've got everything in place so that I can apply and possibly secure funding. That is what this program is designed, and this is what we are looking for by the time we get to the month of November.
Yeah. So funding ready. I like that part. When am I getting there?
I know.
Okay. No, we're getting there. Okay, these are rules of engagement. We know every house have got rules. So I think the first thing that I wanted to mention, Darren, that I think we didn't mention, commitment. Hey, so we're not saying commitment only by verbatim, but by words. We are also saying there is something that the participants need to sign. Obviously, it's just online. We're gonna send them through a commitment form. It will be a link, so they just have to say they commit to the program. We'll send to everybody. That's just the first thing that we need to do, because so that you come back on the 14th of July and you come back for more sessions after that. So just to remember, guys, these webinars are very fun, but also they're very full of information. So this is a safe space to ask questions about your business and engage with other businesses, facilitators, and coaches. This is a safe space. No one is wrong. And most of us here are entrepreneurs. I think 98% of us here are entrepreneurs. So please, we can learn from each other. I always learn from the participants. Last year, I learned a lot from participants. Even in the past, I've been learning. So please, let's try and engage more. And then, as we know, respect. Can we please respect each other? And respect means but punctuality. We plan, we work so hard to get these webinars going. Darren works hard to prepare. I work hard to prepare. The guys at the back, our funders are putting money into this thing. So can we please, this is not for free. It's free because you didn't pay, but somebody is paying for it to happen. So just make sure you are present. Your presence is critical, and please don't be late. Even if you, like Darren said, can you please maybe just go in at 3 minutes before the time, and then communicate to the project manager. That's why we've got a project manager. We've got Iviwe. Why I call it IR. It sounds very innovative. Yeah. So communicate to our project manager, Iviwe. Why? Yeah, so if you've got any problems, maybe you can't attend, at least can you please communicate with us so that we know that, okay, Pindile didn't show up, I saw a Pindile, Olerato didn't show up, and then we've got a reason, and then we can send you the recording at least, and the homework if there's homework. But at least we know that you had an issue. But please attend and communicate. Listen to understand and participate. So that's why Darren was saying you must stay muted. But also, guys, please, for every class, even at school, a notepad and a pen. Have a notepad and a pen. While we are talking, just write some notes so that even if you're going to get the content in advance, but at least just take notes for yourself. This is a plus, all right? So we'll have communication. I think Darren did mention that we'll communicate via WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group. We will create one. I think there will be a link that will be sent to you, and then we'll communicate via emails. I think some of you have given us, most of you, your email addresses, and we'll send SMSs too. So just make sure, and you'll be getting data, so no excuses. And then we also have an attendance tracker that will be used to monitor and manage attendance. So as I said now, somebody's already saying who's here and who's not here. All right, and then a learner guide will be provided for you to prepare for the lessons. So it's nice, when you go for your lesson, or even your lecturer, people who've gone to colleges, university, it's nice to prepare in advance. By the time you get there, the lecturer is talking, you already know what they're talking about, and you already have questions in your mind. You know what, I read about this, I want to find out, what is this BMC? Even if you saw it, you still want to know more about it. You can write your questions in advance, and then you can put it on the chat, or you can ask your coach. All right, and then there will be assessments and classwork that will need to be completed by the participants individually. So we did talk about that. You will see every session, I will say to you, okay, guys, we're doing budgeting today. Here's a budget sheet. Can you please go and fill it properly? You don't make stuff up. You must use your information. If it's a personal budget, you'll say, this is my personal budget, this is my business budget. So you use the right amounts. And then commitment form will be sent immediately after the session via email and SMS. And then please submit by Monday. Can you please submit that commitment form by Monday? All right, so that we know that we can plan accordingly for you. Yeah.
Guys, now you would have heard it mentioned a couple of times, talking about monitoring and evaluation. So please understand that we have another partner on the program, and they are called Greenhouse. All right. So Greenhouse is our monitoring and evaluation partner. And part of what they do is really monitor the program, see how we can improve, and basically measure the effectiveness of this program. And so they will, you can expect to hear from them from time to time. In fact, they will send out a baseline assessment in the next week or so, where you will be required to complete an assessment, and then there'll be an assessment at the end as well. So please, when you hear and you get communication from Baseline, they are not people that are trying to scam you or track your information. Your information is being shared with them simply for the purpose of this program. And so please do cooperate with them, complete the assessments. They are monitoring and evaluating the program, and it really helps us make sure that we create an effective program. All right. And so please cooperate with Greenhouse whenever you get any communication from them regarding this program. Then in terms of support, Portia, you want to just touch on this quickly again? I think we have mentioned it already quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we have mentioned it, and I think this will be sent to everybody anyway. But this is IR again, Iviwe Hwai, our program manager. Please, you can see, if you have a pen there, there's Iviwe at drivenentrepreneurs.co.za. That's where you can talk to her. That's Iviwe Hwai, and her WhatsApp number is 061 787 8110. Yeah, and then we've got our funders there. I think it's their website. You can visit them at www.assisa.org.za/foundation/programs/L+EARN. So please, maybe you can keep it there for all, or we'll bring it back, and then people can just write it down, or you can take a screenshot if you can. Yeah.
That's good. I do know Iviwe will communicate with all of the participants, so you will have her email address as well. Let's take another look at another business that was completely transformed, and a great testimonial of somebody who's been in the program before. Take a look at this.
I was born and bred here in social media. I went to school here. From school, I was working on weekends. They were doing event management, stage lighting, live performances and stuff. Because I was so passionate about what I was doing, actually a salary was not enough. I don't know. So building your own empire, it's a great move. That's why I started my own business. I was doing small gigs. Then I partnered with 6PM, Master P. He helps me out when I'm suffering from a lot of things, straining things, even stress. So he's the one who motivates me most of the time. Be focused, don't keep too much friends and stuff. I got people who got my back. My community, they've uplifted me. I do an event every year. So I was so proud when I look at it from where I come from to where I am. Doing this, especially for the community, people who were supporting me all along. The Assisa Foundation, I was Googling for schools where I can get the short course. I was lacking some few knowledge, more especially on the budget side of my company, because I was struggling a lot. So I saw that Assisa can help out. We even got our stipends, we even got our brand marketing. They did us the posters. Yeah, we got the posters. I can do my marketing with the poster. It's already on my profile pic. So when people see it, they know that this is a legit company. L+EARN Enterprise is a company that does events. We do rentals, we do repairs, we rent out sound, stage, lighting. I want to see myself in years to come, having my 3-store, having my own stages, having my own sound, having big clients. So I want to see myself.
Beautiful, beautiful, Thabiso. It's so amazing to think last year, Portia, we used to see some of these faces in these sessions. And now when you see just how their businesses have grown, it's really amazing. And so guys, that's our desire for all of you. I think Owen said it so nicely this morning when he said that no dream and no idea, no business idea was taken for granted when selecting you in this program. And so again, we want to assure you that you have been carefully selected. You've been handpicked to be part of this program because we want to see your business succeed and grow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna open up for some questions and answers in a moment, but I think maybe we can quickly go to announcements and then we'll come back to questions and answers. Let me just say this: if you do have any questions, now is the time to type them in the chat. All right, so if you can just pop your question in the chat, and then in a moment we'll come back to the questions. But Portia, maybe you can quickly do some final announcements before we come back to questions and answers.
Yeah. So I think the most important would be, when are we meeting again? When are the real classes beginning? Because this is induction. Now we are going to classes where people are going to learn and their business are going to definitely improve. You are going to improve as a person. If you remember, we've got our next session, it's the entrepreneur in me.
Okay, entrepreneur in me, yeah.
Okay, so our next webinar sessions will be on the 14th of July. Remember, guys, all our webinars are going to be on Fridays. But because we are a big group, I think you did mention that, Darren, we are a big group. We're going to divide the groups into two. So there will be a group that starts at 10 to 11:30, and then we'll have a second group that will start at 12 to 13:30. All right, so we will let you know which group you fall on, and then please be aware that all our webinars will happen on Friday. So make sure when you are planning, everybody has got plans, especially for business people, you plan. Just know that, my Friday morning from this time to this time, I need to be in a nice space, good environment, quiet, then I can be able to attend my classes, because we don't want noises. Also, we don't want people distracting you that you can't even pay attention. And then our topic of the day, I said, is the entrepreneur in me, and our next session is going to be on the 14th of July. Please write that on your diaries, but we always send reminders. We send them, I don't know how many times, we always send reminders to people. So your material, so you are going to get some content. It will be sent to you via email for all the webinars. Just before the topic or the topic that we're going to go through, you will have that content so that you can prepare for the lessons. And a recording of this presentation will be made available. All the presentations we do record. This one has been recorded, especially the ones where we are teaching. This is where you're going to, you'll get a recording of that presentation so that you can listen up again and take notes again, and then remember, all the information is going to be communicated through our L+EARN Facebook closed group. So we will send you a link so that you can join that Facebook group. So at least in that Facebook group, you can get so much information. I think Darren did mention there'll be competitions, there'll be promotions, so you don't want to miss that. So let's also talk about our businesses in that group. Say, I've got a special, this is what I'm selling. We are networking. So that group is not just for information. Let's use that a group for networking, and it's only for us. Okay? Yeah. So it's just for this group that's attending. All right. And then for any issues or information, also speak to IR. I said, if you're quiet, speak to her if you have any issues. Yeah.
Thank you. Guys, there are a couple of questions, but before I go into them, I just want to remind you, you will be required to complete that commitment form. And so Iviwe is going to type or put the link in the chat. Don't click on it now. Click on it when we say goodbye or just before we say goodbye. It will take you straight to the commitment form, complete it, then you know it's done and dusted, and then you don't have to still worry about the deadline for Monday. So that will be in the chat, but click on it as soon as we say goodbye. Some questions that have come through. Here's one that says, is this a financial management course? That's a very good question, and the answer is no, it's not. All right, it's a financial education course. All right, so just remember that we are giving you elements of financial management, but it's a structured program that is really based on financial education for you as a business owner. All right, so I hope that answers your question. There was another question asking, where can I get funding? We are getting to that. We will get there later on in the program. So don't stress. Those kind of questions will be answered in the weeks to come. And that's all the more reason why you need to make sure that you show up as often as possible and on time so that you don't miss any of the information that will be shared. Portia, I don't know if you can see any other questions in the chat.
Yeah, I wanted to also reiterate on the person who asked, where can I find funding? Also, we are going to be inviting experts, from different organizations or agencies to come and speak to you. And one of the topics will be funding. So please attend and you can get more information.
Great. I think this is a good time to just demonstrate how things will run. So usually we will have time for questions. So guys, can you see right now, Quiet Rankwe has raised a hand. That's a great way for you to do so. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand. Quiet, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I just want to ask regarding the coaching, right? I've never had a business coach before, but I just want to ask, is the coach specific to for instance, I'm in agriculture. Is the coach going to be specific for someone coming around that sector or something like that? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Thank you.
Great question. Portia, you can take that.
Last year we had, I think, a majority of people were in agriculture. So we have 3 coaches available. I think you saw on the screen, I'm a coach, and then there's 2 other coaches. So we'll look at the industries that we have and we'll distribute accordingly. But you will find somebody who's going to exactly work with agriculture, with you one-on-one, with all your agricultural issues,
With all your agricultural issues, your soil and your fertilizers and all of those things. Pearl, I saw Pearl's hand up. Pearl, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi there.
First of all, I would like to congratulate myself and everyone that is in here. And thank you so much for the opportunity that you guys are giving to us. So the first question that I would like to ask is, as we are part of this program, are we allowed to, what are the rules? What are the inside rules? Are we allowed to invite other people that might be interested, or it's a closed group for those people that have already applied and shortlisted to be part of the program? Thank you.
Owen, would you like to answer that? Or should I answer?
I can answer, sure. So unfortunately, Northpel would love to offer it to so many people, but we had a very strict selection process. So over 200 people applied, and we had to narrow it down to just a few people that are in the program. So unfortunately, you are not allowed to sort of invite other people into the session. But hopefully in the future, we can open it up to more people. Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the clarity, sir.
You're welcome. But once you learn, go and teach others, So pay it forward and share the information that you learn in the sessions with those that are in your network. Tembaletu, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. What I wanted to ask is that according with attendance, so let's say on the 14th of July, I'm not able to attend the morning session. I can only be available to attend the afternoon session, whereby maybe I was registered for the morning session. Possible for me maybe to communicate and change whether if I can attend during the afternoon.
Great question. So guys, we are trying to obviously minimize the amount of disruptions we have to the schedules. And so these are the kind of issues that we will handle on a one-on-one basis, because we don't want to give everybody the option to be able to choose a session every week. We want to try and stick to the schedules as much as possible. So when you do find yourself in the situation where you may not be able to attend your scheduled session, please contact Iviwe ahead of time and she will give the go-ahead as to whether or not you can attend another session that is planned for the same day. All right, but as far as possible, guys, please try to stick to the schedules. It does make it a little bit disruptive if we have 50 people in the one session and then we have 97 in the next session. We are trying to keep the numbers as concise and we're trying to keep it as interactive as possible so that people can experience a good program. Lebone, you can ask your question. Unmute yourself.
Very good morning to all. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I just have one question. I want to ask, what if you are involved in more than one business? Is it okay? Because you can have as much as you can have a business and a side hustle, can you get consultation for both, basically is my question.
Yeah. I think I can answer that as a coach. I think I experienced that last year. We usually say to people, just tell us about this business. I'm going to tell you with one example, Tabiso, the one we played on the video. That's not the only business he's got. He's got 2 other hustles. And one of the hustles he started during the program. I think it was a car wash, but he had another hustle before that. So we ended up talking about that hustle too. If maybe something comes up, because usually it will affect you as an entrepreneur. So we will also help you with that. But when you come in here, you must say, this is what I do. And then we look at that business that's stable first. And then you can say, I've got this side hustle. I mean, that's how all of us, that's what we do, entrepreneurs. We always have something else. Something always comes up. We are serial entrepreneurs. So don't worry, we will be able to assist you.
Beautiful. Then I saw a question by Tombi Kaise saying, I'm running a buyback center. Will I be helped with coaching? Absolutely. Again, as you mentioned, your business has already been pre-vetted. We know what you're doing. We know a little bit about your business, and the coaches are skilled to be able to help you. These are business coaches, guys. They know the ins and outs of business. Doesn't matter what kind of business it is. They've earned their stripes, okay? And so I can assure you the coaches will be able to help you because it's about implementing systems and processes to get your business to succeed. And so that is the approach. So you absolutely will be able to get some assistance from the coach and take full advantage of those coaching sessions. Ask all of the questions you have. I know that the coaches, if they do not have the answer right away, they will find the answer and come back to you. So please utilize these opportunities and make sure that you are maximizing on the value. I don't see any other questions. I don't see any more hands raised. Portia, do you see any others there?
I think Lebona is a legacy hand.
Lerato says, it's my birthday today. I'm so happy that I've been selected. Happy birthday, Lerato. We wish you a great birthday. What a nice birthday present. You get a full program that you get to benefit for your business. I think on that note, we are almost done. So final thing, guys, this is very important to remember, is that how we usually end these sessions is we take a group picture. Okay, so always be ready to do that. And so at this point, I'm going to ask everybody to put your videos on. So if you can click on the video icon, let's get your videos on. I'm going to take my screen down. We want to see your happy faces. We want to see your smiles. We want to see your outfit of the day, your caps. Make sure that your video is on, and we're going to take a couple of group pictures of everybody in the program. I know somebody asked how many people are in the program. I think it's just under 100 or so. I'm not sure of the exact number, but 90 something or something like that. Maybe Owen or somebody can answer that question. But I think, let me take down my screen. Everybody's videos on. Let's get our group. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those beautiful faces. Look at all of those smiles. Hey, we should sell this picture to Colgate. Portia, what do you think? Okay, team, are you taking pictures? Guys, can we get a couple of waves? Can we get everybody waving? The team is snapping the pictures. Let me go to the next screen. I see so many. There's a couple more people. Hey, Paula. Hey. Let me see some names there. Petson is here. Londiwe is here. Clement is here. Kiribone. Gabetswe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So good to see you guys. We're going to get to know you so much more over the next couple of weeks and months. And again, from our side, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your commitment in advance. Just know that this program is really here to serve you. Portia and I already love you. We want to see you succeed. We're going to be hard on you with some of the content that you present, but just know you have been carefully selected. And again, this is about making sure that your business succeeds. And so without any further delay, Portia, any final words from you for today?
I can't wait to be in class on the 14th. I can't wait to that first coaching session. And the businesses are always exciting for me. I know the green economy businesses, I'm also excited with those ones. Like, I think Tomigai said, I can coach you. I'm excited. I see Onke. Hi, Barbara again. Mulalo. Thank you guys for attending. Pearl, Chantel, thank you for attending. Nigiwe. Kilebukile Mudise. Thank you. Bye, guys.
That's it, guys. So thank you very much. Remember that link to the commitment form is in the chat. If you can just type that in the chat one more time. Guys, so right now, please click on the link. It will take you to the commitment form. Complete that. Okay, Chantal, your hand is raised. Let's hear Chantal.
Yes, sorry, Dan. So there was one question in the chat, important question. So Lamla asked, at the end of this program, what qualification or certificate are we obtaining?
Great question. Portia, would you like to answer, or Owen?
Hey, so I missed the question. It's around qualification. So
what qualification and what certification do you receive at the end of this program?
Okay, so at this point, this program is not necessarily accredited with SAQA, if that's what you're asking. So there is no accredited qualification that you receive from this program.
Right. Yeah, it's so it's sort of like attending workshops. If you attend a workshop, there is no qualification attached to it. Yeah.
Kuvi would like to add something to that. Kuvi, you're welcome to unmute yourself and go for it.
Thanks, Darren. So just an important point for the participants is the program, while it's not accredited, it is totally aligned. So all our content has been vetted, a rigorous process to ensure that we have proper content that's aligned to, I'm sure a lot of the participants would be familiar with new venture creation, that qualification. What the participants would get is a certificate of participation. And that's why it's so important in terms of the minimum criteria with regards to attendance and participation that allows you to graduate from the program.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kuvi, for clearing that up. All right, guys. Any further questions, please send those through to Eviwe. We will catch up with you guys in the next webinar. Remember to click on the link in the chat right now, complete your commitment form, and we will see you in a couple of weeks for the rest of the L+EARN BIZ program. My name is Darren August. My co-host is Portia Mflogo. It's been our pleasure being with you, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a great Friday further, guys. Bye-bye.